right, good morning, everybody, wherever you are on the planet. Welcome to this reading. I am plugging into the collective. Let's see what wants to come through for you today. It is Wednesday. Today in Pathfinders, we're going to talk about timelines and we're going to talk about what is keeping you from manifesting on the timeline of your desire. We're going to talk about anything that's blocking that. This has to do with intuition, because if you're not able to connect with intuition and you keep making choices over and over again the same way, you're going to get the same timeline. So we're going to talk about all of that today in Pathfinders. Love to see you guys there. Come on, bring your questions. Oh, I've loved this expanded Pathfinders. I hope you've loved it too. All right, let's see where we're going today. Let's see what we're going today. I do want to point out to you, I've been posting the May readings, but on April 29th, Venus moves into Taurus, into its ruling sign of Taurus, or one of its ruling signs anyway. And that is going to feel great, especially around love and sharing your emotions. It's going to feel really lovely. Oh, look at that. Exchanging gifts. Exactly what I'm talking about. So for some of you, there's an opportunity coming in to tell someone how you feel. Look at this never ending story. Are you blocking yourself from, or you're blocking this person, or they're blocked? They're blocked. Thinker. Oh boy, this person is, all right, I could be talking to you, but I feel like I'm talking to this other person. There is such a great opportunity here with you, but they are manifesting on that lower timeline that I'm talking about. They keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. I was watching that Sigmund Freud movie last night on Apple TV that's out. Anthony Hopkins is just freaking brilliant. And he was talking about that at great length, about people doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. This card is a 44 card, and there's something going on the planet. I think you're going to see it more in the coming 2 months, by June, that the old way of making decisions is going to be shown to be flawed. Okay, so like having some kind of matrix of logic, and a lot of times that completely leaves out intuition, completely leaves out your feelings. And I think some of you who have aligned with your intuition and are making choices or making decisions that are long. These are big ticket items, big ticket decisions. We're not talking about do I have ham and cheese or tuna for lunch. We're not talking about that kind of decision, although you're doing pretty well on that too. This is more about, should I move, make a career choice, decide to go elsewhere in the world, not even just in the country or in the state or in the city. It's like, where should I be on this earth? Big decisions coming up for a lot of people. And some of you are dealing with a partner or the person that is meant for you on this timeline, this higher vibrational timeline, struggling to get there. Okay, struggling to get there. I'm going to use this Ascension deck in the extended and get some more advice around that. This doesn't need to be a twin flame kind of situation, but there is definitely something about it that it's like you've been manifesting this higher timeline and you're doing great. You're on path, but the person or people who are meant to be on that path with you, there's a destiny point. There's some kind of decision point that your guides are directing you both to, because this is the one that's really going to expand your awareness. It's going to bring you into a new level of understanding about how the world works, how the universe works. Like, they are woefully behind. Okay, so we have destiny and we have free will, how we decide to use these points in destiny. All right, how we decide to surf the energy, which is what I'm talking about with Pathfinders all the time. So how do we surf this energy? How can we embrace it? And I feel like you're doing a good job, but there might be some of you who are like, just feeling like there's somebody that's supposed to be here. Some of you could really feel this person coming in. Look at that on the path. Page of Wands. They're still dragging this behind them. The 10 of Wands. All right, 8 of Cups, I love that. High Priestess, woo, check it out. King of Wands. Yes, there is some celebration that happens, lots of conversation. Oh, I love this. I love this. I love this. Okay. This person does get, okay, that's enough of that. This person is going to step into being the hermit or have been the hermit in terms of like being alone or something like that. But this is more about a spiritual couple coming together. And this person needs to put down this 10 of wands, this whatever they're dragging behind them. It's like obligations. It's an old way of expressing themselves, an old kind of life built on an old paradigm, right? If you're manifesting in a higher vibration, they're being called to meet you on this path. High priestess and the hermit. And I just feel like I feel a tower coming for this person. I do. I feel a tower coming for this person. I just feel like they're still in this page of wands, right? And they need to get to the king of wands, which is a lot of growth. Okay. That is like 15-year-old boy summer growth, right? Like growing 4 inches in a summer is a massive amount of physical growth. This is about spiritual growth, spiritual expansion. They are, here we are, destiny, right here. Destiny, 5 of wands, 10 of swords. That's probably why they're probably dealing with some kind of grief of an ending right now, or they're having to make an ending in order to get on this higher vibration. They have to do the hard thing. It's like my mother taking me to the dentist right before my birthday every year. I just used to hate that. I was like, why can't we just have the fun party? Why do I have to go get punished before? And I'm, little kid, okay? Um, there's something really hard that they have to do, but they have to set their cap at it. They have to set their sights on achieving this. There is no way forward without doing that. Now, I could be talking about you. If you're feeling that there's something really difficult, meaning whatever you put in that category, okay? Meaning breaking up with somebody, getting a divorce, leaving a long-term career, something like that. There is something global that is going to help you, I feel. I just feel like this is like the world and everybody is going to be kind of clamoring to get on this higher timeline, something along those lines. Let's see. So hanged man, high priestess is over here. Hanged man, page of swords, death. Look at that. 10 of swords and death. 3 of swords, chariot, and the moon. As I'm doing this reading, I was watching it quite a bit last night. The Scorpio full moon. Scorpio's right here, right next to the moon. What was going on last year in the Scorpio new moon? Because I'm feeling like whatever started back then, some kind of intention was set around um, fate and destiny with a particular person. Maybe it's not even with a particular person. This person has been manifesting, love in a spiritual way, love in an expanded way, in a kind of a new earth kind of way. Um, this can be twin flame. It feels more like leadership of twin flame. High priestess and hermit. So I feel like this person has gone through a long period or is going through a long dark night of the ego. Not even dark night of the soul, dark night of the ego, which is basically saying, you're staying in this situation because it serves you in some way. People stay in situations long past their expiration date because it does serve them in some way. Even if it doesn't, even if that will be like kind of offensive to say to them, like, this is serving you in terms of how other people see you. Ego. In term, right, like, this is serving you in some kind of capacity of the ego, power, domination, control, something along those lines. And to change it to this person feels like a loss of control. And it's not wrong. That's not wrong. But it's sort of like they don't see how much this opens up. So this person is like walking through a very thicketed, not even wooded forest, like a wooded forest, but with a lot of briars and a lot of things like that. They have to get through this final, sort of mile walk, and it's very slow going, challenging. I'm just getting this image of a very dark old wood forest with a lot of thicket, and they're having to, it was like at one point the road was pretty wide. The road could have accommodated a car, or in the old days a carriage or something like that, but the road has narrowed, the road has narrowed, the road has narrowed, and now it's like they have to climb through the thicket. Okay, what they're actually doing is blazing some kind of trail. They're blazing a trail for other people who are also in need of that journey, but are too frightened to do it. This could be you, or it could be the person you're dealing with. This is like thickets, right? It's like, a pioneer by how many arrows are in their back kind of thing. This is sort of along the same lines. There's a lot of people who don't want this person to go in the direction of their spiritual fulfillment, or their this higher timeline, because that will show them up. It is ego based, so it's some kind of show them up or make them feel like why did they get to go? I have to stay here. Do you? So that's going to be the question the broader public will ask themselves, like, why are we jealous of this person getting out of a really bad situation? Why do you feel jealous of that? Because there's definitely some ego stuff going on here. I feel like you might be sort of feeling like you're, vamping until your room is ready. Some of you have really worked your spiritual path, and there's a moment of waiting until this person they're going to get to like a little door. It's like almost like Alice in Wonderland, like a little round door, like in the Shire or something like that. And I can just see this like rich emerald green, dark wooded forest, the cool air. I can feel all of it. And this little small door that they're going to have to get through. But on the other side of it is this big meadow full of like sunflowers, and the sun is shining, and it's warm on your skin, and it's just going to feel total spirit chills on this one. For some reason the thicket is something that this person is either rejecting at periods, right? Like they make it so far and then they sit down and they're like, well, this is far enough. Okay, this is not bad. There's a little shelter here and everything. And then they're like, I can't stay here. I'll never see the sun again. So they keep going. You're waiting for a message from this person, the Hanged Man and then Page of Swords. You're waiting for a message. Empress, there you are, Divine Feminine. King of Swords. Justice. Six of Swords. You're waiting for them to reach out, possibly in email or text. We've got Aquarius, Libra, lots of Libra energy. This is about a seventh house marriage kind of situation. You're waiting for this person to reach out to say that I am at that little door, or I've come through that little door, or something like that. I'm now in need of you. I'm now in need of your help. Like I can't get any further without your help. For some of you, you've got to go into that forest. You're going into that forest with them. There is a purpose here. It's like you're helping them. You're going to need to help them in some way. Okay, there's a purpose here. The Chariot and the Moon, we now are going toward the new moon in Taurus, which is happening May 7th, early in the month of May. By the time when Venus moves in, something about when Venus moves into Taurus, it's like this person has a different set of values, something that's very aligned with Divine Feminine energy. They might have been aligned with a certain ego element of masculine, and now they've had an ego death. This person's had an ego death. Okay, meaning it's like when you get to the bottom. This person had to bottom out. You may have done that too. You may have bottomed out in the past. Okay, you get to the place. Oh, yeah, Five of Cups. You get to the place, Knight of Wands, the Devil card, and the, oh, look at you, Archangel Michael, helping us out, getting this person away from that devil energy. Lots of Capricorn here. I'm going to say to you that this feels like this person. So, what I mean about bottoming out, it's like we pound our head against the wall, we pound our head against the wall until we finally are like, okay, spirit, I'm done trying to protect my ego identity. So if you have let's I'm just going to give you an example. If you have built your life around being, let's say, a race car driver, something that's like gets you a lot of attention from other people, something that other people are like, wow, that's so cool. Like when I worked in television, they were like, wow, you work for NBC, wow. And I was always like, yeah, it sounds better than it is. And so when you finally get to that point of like, it sounds better than it is, like the other part of my brain was just like, why are you doing this then? Like, what are you doing? This is not, this is all about what other people think, what other people believe is good. And I just feel like there's a shift in the world. So that goes away. Like, whatever this person has been doing, if this is you, whatever you have been doing, there's no reason for your identity or your ego to uphold it. Like, you've gotten to the 10 of Swords part. You've gotten to the place of like, okay, spirit, I got nothing. Help me. I will do whatever you say. Okay? Because a lot of times we get guidance or we put our ego in the way of guidance. It's like, okay, I want to change everything, but I want everything to stay exactly the same. I don't want to feel uncomfortable until like I can just like go beep over the line into that other world. But that doesn't really work like that. You're going to have to make some kind of commitment to this new path. And that's what this person, they made some kind of commitment, but there was a little bit of fits and starts with this person. So if you're dealing with somebody who's going through this could be, I could be talking to divine feminines who are waiting for their masculine to reach out and say, okay, I need your help. I can't do this by myself. I need your help. And whether that's true or not, whether they can do it by themselves or not, is true or not, there is some kind of partnership here, that message of partnership coming in. Like, okay, I can't do this alone. So let's go deeper into this reading. I want to talk about where we're going with this. I'll pull a card or two for each zodiac sign. Archangel Michael's on the scene, so awesome. And I'm going to use these ascension cards as well to get a sense of the path ahead. All right, link is below, you guys, if you want to continue on. I'll see you over there. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.